Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this presentation of mine. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the roles of a teacher inside his classroom. This day is the 5th of October and it's Teacher's Day. So I thought in honoring this day, I should make a presentation about the teacher and his roles inside the classroom. You see, lots of people think that the teacher just go inside his classroom and start teaching what he has been taught as a student in the past few years of him. And it's not just like this, no. The teacher does lots of things, does lots of work, and does lots of rules. But what are these rules exactly? Roles exactly. I'm going to talk about these roles in this presentation, and to be honest, I could have not put all of the roles in one presentation that I need to complete within 7 minutes because it's lots of roles that they do. So I try to put the most essential roles that the teacher does. So what are the roles of a teacher? The roles of a teacher is that he is being a planner, he is being a manager, he's being a monitor and observer, he's being a facilitator, he's being a diagnostician, a language resource, an assessor, and a rapport builder. So how is he being a planner exactly? He prepares the lesson before teaching and anticipates problem and selects designs and adapt materials and choose the best learning material to provide the best learning quality for his students. He's a manager. He organizes the learning space and makes sure everything in the classroom is running normally and smoothly and set up rules and routines for behavior and interaction so the teacher and the students would not have any difficult problem inside the classroom. He is a monitor and observer. He goes around the classroom during individual, pair, and group work activities, checking learning and providing support as necessary. So let's say that there are some groups are having some difficult times in the work. The teacher tries to be the monitor and observer, so he sees if there's any problem for the students and tries to correct their work and help them with their problems. He's a facilitator. He provides opportunities for learning and helps learners to access resources and develop learning autonomy. So he tries to develop the students and make sure that they are getting the best teaching as possible. He's a diagnostician. He works out and tackles with the causes of learners and difficulties and learning problems. So if there is any learning problems inside the classroom, he tries to tackle them and solve them and gives the students the best learning quality as possible. He is a language resource. He can be used by the learners for help and advice about language during the language input at practice phase. So let's say that I'm having some difficult time with my work, or I have information but I don't understand all of the information. So I have the teacher as a language resource that could help me with my work and maybe provide me with more resource so I could work on with my work. He is an assessor. He evaluates the language level and attitudes for the learner by using different means of informal and formal assessment during the lesson when the teacher is correcting learners' work. So let's say that there is a new classroom and the teacher doesn't know which is the best level or teaching level for the students. So he does some things to make sure what is the best thing and provide the best level for every classroom. Because you see, the teaching of a teacher differs from a classroom to another classroom because not every classroom has have the same level. So he needs to provide a special learning for every classroom. He is a rapport builder. He tries to create a good relationship between learners during the warm-up and lead-up phase using adopting icebreaker activities. So let's say that there's a new classroom and the teacher and the students are new with each other. So what the teacher tries to do is to make them do some activities, or let's say ice-breaking activities, so that they could break the ice between them and become much more comfortable, so that the work would be much more better. In conclusion, the roles of a teacher is unlimited. He can be someone who's motivating, maintaining disciplines, friend, or even a parent, in addition of being a facilitator and a language resource. So as you can see, the teacher does lots of roles, he does lots of things. So I think that the world should appreciate the teachers more than that they do right now, because as you can see, you can go everywhere on the internet and you can see lots of people making fun of the teachers. And I find a hard time seeing these kind of people doing doing or talking like this about the teachers. They need to appreciate more. They need to appreciate the teachers more, because for us as students at the moment we're having some difficult time with our learning. But for the teachers, they are providing us with the teaching, and they are having much more difficult time than us. So I think that we should honor our teachers and do some things for them, so we could make them happy. So yeah, that's my presentation for today, and thank you so much for listening, guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.